Hi there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bosk's Bounty video. And this video is just going to be a kind of reactionary video to the sacking of Gina Carano and what it has done to the prices of action figures of Cara Dune, both in the Black Series and the Vintage Collection. We're going to take a look at both, and we're going to be looking at the prices that people are listing Cara Dune figures for, but also what prices people are willing to actually pay for these things. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments section below whether you think these people that are buying these figures are buying them because they're desperate to get the figure and they don't want to miss out, or if you think that they're buying them to think that they're going to go up even more in value because obviously Hasbro are no longer going to be making these figures. Now, of course, lots of pre-orders have been cancelled, so there could be a few people out there who are desperate to get the figure and are willing to pay whatever it takes to get them. But you're going to see right now how much everything has changed since the sacking. So here's the 11th of February on screen here, and we've got the Black Series. Now, anyone from the UK, I do apologise. I'm going to base this on eBay.com because there is a lot more sales to go through on eBay.com, so it's going to be in dollars. But it is the same for the .co.uk. We're seeing these kinds of prices for both the Vintage Collection and the Black Series. But let's concentrate on the dollars for the moment. So we have, on the 11th of February, we have $42.95 for the Black Series Cara Dune in the red and black box. Now, of course, this figure, I guess, was sought after anyway. I mean, I think quite a few people had a few issues getting her in the first place. I remember going to Disney at the time that these were on sale, and there was plenty there at the time. But you can see $42.95 on the 11th. And then if we scroll up, there's some of the credit collection ones there. There was actually one there for $29. So this is on February the 11th. Now, if we carry on going up, there's one that's $64.99 on the 11th. So this may have been later in the day after the news had broken and somebody had got in there quick smart to try and snag one. $49.95. And I'm just going to go back a few pages. So this gets crazy, believe me. So, so as we can see, we're still on the 11th, $65.99. There's one loose there for $50. And there's a couple here for $34.99, which is, you know, pretty reasonable, I'd say, for a secondary market Black Series figure. But then let's jump to page 3, and we'll start at the bottom. Okay, so here we go. On the 12th, $80 with free shipping. So it's creeping up. $99, and these are sold listings. These aren't what people are listing them for and they're for sale now. These are sold. People have bought them at these prices. So $99, so it's $100 basically for Cara Dune, which is absolutely crazy. $124.95, creeping up even more. There's one for $100 again. $60, so that person did quite well. If you think about the next one that sold was $149.99. That's $150. Absolutely crazy. But believe me, it gets worse. So let's carry on and have a look at the next page. And you'll also see that the credit collection one is starting to go up in price as well. Now, I seem to remember at the time this one being like the easiest credit collection figure to get, the peg warmer if you like, but we're already seeing that one's at $70. So we've got $100 there. That person's done pretty well in the grand scheme of things. $120, $120. Here you go. $225 on February the 12th. Somebody paid for the Cara Dune figure. Absolutely crazy. The world has gone mad. $105. So that one person did pretty well compared to the other one. $110, $125 as we continue to go. And then we'll get up to the most recent page, the most recent sales. $125, $140 on February the 13th. So that's today. They have sold for that much money. Now, of course, I did mention that Hasbro have announced that production of Cara Dune figures has stopped, and people that pre-ordered the Vintage Collection one have lost out. Their orders have been cancelled, which of course is unfortunate, but I don't think it really warrants the mass furore on eBay of people paying these prices. Black Series, $194.99. You know, is somebody wanting that figure for their collection because they didn't get it the first time it came out? Or when it came out? I don't think this has been like reissued at all. Or are they thinking, one sold for $225. I could make $25 perhaps. 135. So, you know, I think probably on average they're going for about $150 now. Most of them seem to be in and around that area. $80 for the credit collection. Absolutely crazy. And it's not just the Black Series either. We're going to look at the Vintage Collection one now, because the Vintage Collection one is the one that was going to be sort of reissued or reproduced. It probably has already been produced, and that's the problem. There's going to be like a landfill somewhere of Cara Dune figures. This one went for $98.95. So that's $100 basically for a Vintage Collection figure, which 2 days ago was a much easier to get. So if we go back a little bit, here we go. So January the 31st, $30, $19, best offer accepted, $30. February the 10th, $40. So, you know, these people are paying over the odds, I would say. $27, bit more like it. And then February the 11th, $100. That one's been graded though. And then as we go, that's the 11th. So she got fired actually on the 11th. And then there you go, on the 12th, $100. $100, $100. And the carbonized one, which again is a peg warmer, it's everywhere, is now $35, and it's creeping up. And as I said, this is the same for the UK site as well, UK eBay. It's just a really interesting thing. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. You know, is it people that just think I need to get this figure now before it goes up in price? Or is it scalpers thinking if I buy it for 120, it's possibly going to be like the Ahsoka figure and be worth 250 in a year's time? Perhaps that is people's mentality. I do not know. But yeah, $98.95 for a figure that was going for a third of that just 2 days ago, which is absolutely crazy. Let's have a look at one more thing, which I don't really buy, but I was going to be interested in this just to see. Let's have a look at the pops. $25, $40, $22, $50. I mean, these things are everywhere. There you go. 12. That's more like it. $12, $10, $20. But you can just see people have thought, right, I'm going to whack the price up on these now. And somebody sold one for $50, which is absolutely crazy for a pop. So there you go then, guys. That is what happens when, you know, a figure suddenly becomes rare and sought after overnight, because purely the actress is no longer playing the role. The role will probably no longer exist. I doubt they'll recast her. They'll just... I don't even know if they'll have to kill her off, because essentially she wasn't in every episode. He doesn't have to meet her all the time, the Mandalorian, so she doesn't need to be in the show anymore. They can just write her out, essentially. But yeah, very interesting, these prices. And, you know, I'm not sure if I could actually call this scalping, because it's not as if they've gone out and bought hundreds of these figures just to sell like people do when they first come out. This figure, the Black Series figure and the Vintage Collection figure, have been out for ages and ages and ages, and have been selling on eBay happily for, you know, a little bit over what the retail price is. But all of a sudden, what's driving the market is people willing to pay those prices. So if I can give you any advice on this, I would probably just sit tight and just wait for all this to blow over and wait for that value to drop, because I'm not sure if I can see those prices sustaining. People paying over $200 for a Cara Dune Black Series figure is just madness to me. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I just wanted to take a look at these prices for the Cara Dune figures. Thank you very much for watching as usual, and of course we shall see you on the next one.